the Justice card came out in my Aquarius reading immediately when it came out. Like, I had this little thought where I was like, I gotta do Libra next. So, here we is, filling up these air sign slots. I keep going for this deck first, even though recently I switched it to this deck being like the last one I pull. I don't give a fuck though. I'm just gonna kind of go with the energy. Whatever I'm led to. You know, I did do this for Aquarius. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna read a little excerpt from the Pocket Rumi. See where your energy is before we start. How about that? Don't linger. By God, don't linger in any spiritual benefit you have gained, but yearn for more, like one suffering from illness, whose thirst for water is never quenched. This divine court is the plane of the infinite. Leave the seat of honor behind. Let the way be your seat of honor. Wings of desire. People are distracted by objects of desire and afterwards repent of the lust they've indulged, because they have indulged with a phantom, and are left even farther from reality than before. Your desire for the illusory is a wing, by means of which a seeker might ascend to reality. When you have indulged a lust, your wings drop off. You become lame, and that fantasy flees. You preserve the wing, and don't indulge such lust, so that the wing of desire may bear you to paradise. People fancy they are enjoying themselves, but they are really tearing out their wings for the sake of an illusion. That's facts, bro. I think lust is kind of gross. But I mean, it is part of your primal nature, and so lust happens, right? It happens to all of us, myself included, right? We're all, nobody is sinless here. However, I do feel that there's a difference between having a lustful, intimate connection and having a loveful, intimate connection, you know? And it really, I mean, you can feel that in the way that you make your connection, right? The way people treat you, the way that, like, say if this is like a sexual connection, since lust is brought up, you know, like, typically somebody who loves you wants to experience you, right? They want to feel you and be in that moment for a while. It's not about getting there. It's not about reaching the end, the finish line. It's not about having a notch in your belt or being able to be like, I banged this person, you know, it's not about that. And that would be a good, like, way of discerning the difference between somebody who loves you and somebody who lusts you, right? Somebody who enjoys you could enjoy you if they're not with you, right? And it doesn't even have to be in a sexual way. They could just simply enjoy your energy. They want to be around you. They want to show up for you in certain ways. And they always make that known, right? Because you can't care about somebody without that being energetically projected, right? In the same way that you can't not care about somebody and not have that projected either. So if you don't like somebody, or if you're not showing up for the right reasons, that's gonna be apparent. That's gonna show up, you know, that's going to come to the surface, you know? But yeah, anyway. Let's get on with it. Libras have a tendency to indulge in I mean, it's like, sometimes I feel like, at least from my experience with my Libra friends, you guys have a tendency to indulge a lot in the third dimension, right? And so do I. I mean, it's whatever, we're air signs. But in regards to your feelings, it's almost like you throw them away in order to enjoy yourself, right? And like, it's almost better to feel nothing, but like this superficial satisfaction that it doesn't really satisfy though, right? It doesn't ever satisfy. It's like eating sand, you know? That's what these superficial connections are like. It's not like something with sustenance, something that fills your soul or makes you feel fueled by it, right? Like, love should be fuel, and it should be action, and it should be compromise, right? Self-sacrifice, right? Sacrifice yourself for love. See what that's like. Honestly, I think that's the most honorable way to experience love. After having lived out my dishonorable experience with love, I would say sacrificing yourself for love, doing something that you probably see as completely outlandish and unfathomable for the sake of them, right? That's love. That's action. That's sacrifice. But not everybody feels that. Not everybody has that in them. So let's find out what you have in here. Kali. It is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you have learned, but see things for what they are rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth, and do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. Sri Bala. Commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspirations. Their genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you may recognize. Believe in yourself even if no one does. It is not imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but the instinctive recognition of your true purpose. I feel like, somebody recently told me that that we all deep down kind of know what our purpose is and what we're meant to do or whatever. And I feel like maybe on some level, but I feel like also there's a lot of fear and doubt and confusion in the world, and that can skew your purpose. That can skew your intuition. That can make it hard to know, You have to kind of really tap into your higher self to be in alignment with that. And honestly, I feel like your true purpose is to not resist, lean into it. It's kind of like what I told Aquarius when like you break a leg, right? You go to a doctor, what's the first thing they fucking do? They grab your leg and they start moving it and they start touching it and putting pressure, right? They apply pressure where it hurts the most because they need to know where it hurts the most, right? They need you to respond. They need to know where the pain is coming from so that, because they can't, if they don't identify the source of the pain, they can't fix it, right? They could probably fill you up with pills and maybe the pain would go away for a little while, but guess what? It's not going to heal right. It's going to come back all fucky, and then you're not going to be able to utilize it right. And then, you'll end up basically like Epictetus, all twisted up, And so basically, you sometimes need to apply pressure on the parts that hurt, right? You have to apply pressure there, and you have to really sit in that, and you have to identify it. And once you get to the source of it, that's when you can heal it. But if you don't know what's wrong with you, you can't fix it. You can only treat symptoms. And if by treating symptoms and not the actual problem, you'll just get more symptoms, right? And so that's why you have to do the scientific endeavor to find out what the fuck it is that actually hurts, that actually is creating this, within you, All right. I am a rambling man today. I don't know what the hell. I'm like, I think doing my audiobook channel has really turned me into more of a talker. That's why that's why I need to spend a lot of time alone, because I will drive everyone around me crazy. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Right? I feel like all of us air signs are kind of on this wavelength where we're all like, we're aliens. We don't belong here. We're not like them. It's true, okay? But we're stuck here, so you gotta fucking learn, right? The next card that came out was Inner Earth, right? You'll survive this. There's new solutions and beginnings, right? So just flow with it, right? Be like water, man. What's interesting is I looked over at my Martian deck here. You know what? Maybe I should have done. Well, then I'd have to undo that. Okay, hold on. But I looked over at my Martian deck and I accidentally set this card on that deck, and it was not part of that. My Martian deck looks like this. But I don't know. My attention was grabbed, okay? And I looked at this card, and it's the Ace of Cups, right? And right now, I feel like that card, means a lot in regards to your situation. You need to fill your own cup. You need to be focused on only your own cup, right? When that poureth over, then other people may be, they can, drink from your cup or whatever, or, you'll give them a little bit of their own, from what spills over, the love that spills over, not taking love from yourself to give it to another person, but taking that love that spills over and being like, look, I got enough for us, not just me. So that's kind of where this Ace of Cups comes in, is right now you do need to be more me focused though, before you can start being like Two of Cups energy, right? Once you've filled that Ace of Cups, then it can spill over into that Two of Cups. But right now you need to be in union with yourself. I was like really bold because I don't know, I feel called to that. You need to be in union with yourself on a really spiritual level. The third dimension is nothing. It's nothing. It's illusion. It's delusion, right? The only thing that's real is your connection with yourself. And that needs to be in alignment. You're a Libra. Your card in the tarot deck is literally the Justice card. Your purpose here is to restore balance. How do you do that? But to find it within yourself, So also, there's a reason that you feel like you judge situations, right? Like you come into situations and your purpose there is judgment. Because, not that you need to be a judgmental person towards others, but in regards to circumstances, you put your judgment there and you weigh it out, right? I really feel a strong Ma'at energy, right? Ma'at was an ancient Egyptian. She was amazing. She wrote the 42 laws of Ma'at, and that is actually directly where the 10 Commandments was derived from. I really recommend looking into her. She's really dope. Her name is M-A-A-T. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like those 42 laws are something that maybe you should, think of incorporating in your Ace of Cups. Because that's very self-love energy. I'm sorry, I'm waiting to pull the tarot decks because I'm waiting to see which one is screaming at me. I feel like it's this one. Alright. So let's see. Let's dive deeper. Let's get a better picture of what's going on. What is this resolution taking place inside of you? Yeah, fuck. Okay, you and Aquarius are on some wavelength, man. Alright. Fuck. Let me lay these out real fast. Because Because I feel like I want to see the bigger picture. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. First card out. So I feel this energy of feeling like unfortunate in love, right? Or feeling like you're going through similar cycles, but probably with different people, right? And I feel like you're starting to reject this, right? With the Four of Cups, this is the card of rejection, right? And that's your present energy. It's like you're rejecting energy that feels familiar in negative ways, right? With the Lovers in reverse, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or on the flip-flop, you could be dealing with a breakup, right? Or just kind of like you have been through a breakup and you're rejecting them again. That's a potential, right? With the Knight of Swords in reverse, I don't even see you fighting about it. Like, it's not even like a negative, or like, it's not like you're showing up like you want to cut their head off or anything. It's just with the Two of Wands, you feel like you have decisions to make, you have options in life. And I feel like this connection is just not feeling like that it doesn't feel like a soul connection, to be honest. And if it is, it's karmic at best. You probably killed him in a past life, and now you have to resolve it. That's probably it. But let's see. I kind of want to dive deeper. So the Two of Wands, you're making a decision here. What decision are you making? Because I already see you rejecting something with the Four of Cups. So, and rejecting this this connection, right? I see you withdrawing, pulling back from it, and being like, nah, this ain't my connection. Fuck that. Five of Swords, I feel you being kind of conflicted about it, though. Like, maybe you don't know exactly how to go about that. Maybe you haven't broken up yet. Maybe that's just in the back of your mind. You're kind of like, yeah, this shit's gotta go. It reminds me of this song by this girl called Elise. It's called 911. And she sings 911, something, something. I've got to lose my guy, or I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't get the whole tune in my head, or I would sing it to you. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I've got to lose my guy, or I'm gonna lose my mind. That's really what I'm feeling here in this. And that's the conflicted energy. You're making the decision to do this because you don't feel like this is it. You're like, this is not it. Yeah, you have an intuition about this fucker, don't you? I see that. I see what just dropped. You're walking away quick, with the quickness. Goodbye. You were like, hello, goodbye. This is very short-lived, I would say. Three of Wands. This is like, I wouldn't even say it's a love triangle, but it's definitely a third-party situation. Right? Love triangle implies love. And I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. Blasted Tower in reverse. Yeah, this hasn't fallen yet. I feel like you're the one making the decision to collapse it or not, right? You're the one making the decision, like, do I push this tower over and let it fall and just kind of flow with life, or what? With the Foolish Man in reverse, it's like you don't want to make the wrong decision. Let me tell you a cheat about life. You cannot make the wrong decision. That's the beauty of it. Whatever you choose is your fate. Nine of Wands in reverse. You're tired of feeling emotionally beat up by these connections. It's like reliving a trauma over and over with different faces. The universe in reverse tells me it's because you don't listen to your fucking ancestors. You don't listen to the universe. Your intuition will be blaring and you're like, but I love him, but I like him, but dude. Whatever, dude. That's not happiness. If it was happiness, you'd never have to say but. You'd never have to say that. Yeah, he's a dick, but you don't know him like I know him. He's different with me. Nah. We all know this fool. We've all dated this fool in different faces, okay? Your best bet is to walk. King of Pentacles tells me that right now your biggest focus should be on building your wallet. Okay? That's like building your resources. Making sure that you have plenty. Fill your own cup. Ace of Cups. Build your wealth. You know? And that's more than just financial wealth. That's mental wealth. That's emotional wealth. That's like abundance comes in all forms and in all dimensions in different ways, you know? Nine of Pentacles. I see this as Lord of Material Gain, and it's like the second that you drop this connection and you focus on yourself and you focus on building yourself, it's like you have this ability to grow yourself like a fucking wildflower, right? And it only happens when you stop directing all your growth energy towards dead-end relationships and you start directing those towards yourself, and you're like, how the fuck am I going to grow? How am I going to fertilize myself and make this happen? Always, every morning, tell yourself, I am abundant in every dimension. Just do it. Do it a few times a day. Tell yourself, I'm abundant in every dimension. Manifest that shit for yourself. Watch what happens. The Star in reverse. Here is the biggest problem. You struggle with your faith, right? Maybe not so much in the fact that you believe, but you struggle in being consistent with checking in with your spirit guides and ancestors. And that's why signs from the universe get missed. That's why messages from the universe get missed. Because you're not looking to them all the time. Instead, you seek your ego or you seek your mind to resolve your problems. And it's like, no, sometimes you need to release your burdens into the universe and let that shit get taken care of for you. And it's so much better when you do. It's so much better when you do. Let the universe do it. Sit back. You ain't got to do shit. Watch the show happen. People earn their karma. Watch them get it. You know? You ain't got to do shit. Ace of Cups just shows up in reverse, right? This tells me that it's almost like you want to love somebody else so much that's where you struggle to love yourself. It's like seeking this validation in others. I'm sorry if that's coming off harsh, but I feel like you get it, though. I feel like you get it. We've all fucking been in the Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? We've all been that energy where we allow our cup to go depleted because we love somebody so much that we would rather just run ourselves dry for them, you know? And that happens. But this is the lesson, and now it's time to listen to the universe, and now it's time to fill up that cup and get to stepping, bro. Get to stepping. That's at least your advice from Spirit. What you choose to do is your choice, right? I feel like the foolish thing to do, the mistake that you ultimately could make would be to not let the tower fall and to try to stay and work it out, because the tower will fall. Just now it's not going to be at, within your realm of control how that falls. You know? Sometimes it's better to just not let certain things play out to the end. Because some things can get ugly as fuck. Especially with that Three of Wands. This is not an energy that you should let your guard down with. They're not to be trusted. They're just not. I'm sorry, bro. They're just not. Knight of Wands. And then Fortitude in reverse. Yeah, you're gonna speak your truth on the matter. You're gonna get there. I don't know if you're gonna. I mean, you look pissed in this Knight of Wands. It's like I see you storming in and being like, "Oh, you want my motherfucking truth? Well, guess what, chicken butt? This shit ain't working." Fortitude in reverse. This shit ain't working. Goodbye. See, it's like you end up doing it inevitably. But it's almost like, because you're such a Libra, it's like you almost want to wait until that final moment where you have to do it, rather than doing it before it hurts worse, right? Well, it's a good thing that you're an air sign, because you're resilient and you'll bounce back. It's not like you're an earth sign who will bury themselves in it. You know what? Since we're doing these air signs, I'm feeling this Martian deck today, because all the air signs is the aliens. Okay. Yeah, dude. I feel you, though. I get it. You don't want to be that person who doesn't try, right? You don't want to be the one who just gives up. And because there's so much shame in that, right? Being the one who doesn't try, the one who just gives up. But fuck shame, dude. It shows that you love yourself when you won't tolerate your boundaries being stomped on. Actually, love yourself loudly. Love yourself so loudly that they ain't stomping on your fucking boundaries. Just what I thought. Bullshit. I'm just... Okay, so the shadow self came out, right? Right now we're facing the shadow. Right now you have a choice. You can try to murder your ego, or you can try to integrate it and get it to behave, right? Get it to behave. Get it to act right. In the fire element, your ego might try to be expressive in other ways, you know? Fire energy is a passion. It can be rage, lust, motivation, inspiration. Fire ranges, right? From best case scenario to worst case scenario. And you're in that fire energy, but you're an air sign, right? Air and fire have two ways that can go, right? Air feeds fire, so you can, integrate that well and utilize that and like that fire energy within you, or it becomes explosive, right? And then when air and fire becomes explosive, that can be destructive to anybody in your fucking around you, because you're harnessing this explosive energy and that will be projected, right? Vegans. Solitude, independence, and peace. All right, that's, like I said, Ace of Cups. That's what you're being called to do, dude. You're being called to love yourself right now, to be in union with yourself, to find your peace. You don't typically find your peace with other people. Like, I just fucking read a book on that yesterday. Well, Plato once said, love is a mental disease. Okay? Direct quote. Love is a mental disease, and I agree. When that norepinephrine starts fucking rolling through your brain, that's crack, guys. That's nothing more than crack in your brain. And people who are addicted to love are just love crackheads, okay? It doesn't help anything. It doesn't serve anything. It's like Shaquille O'Neal said. He doesn't have emotions. Like, they don't serve him to have emotions, to sit there feeling shit all the time, right? For him, he has duty. right? He has honor, he has responsibility, he has shit he has to take care of, and that is his focus in life. He doesn't have time to pay mind to trivial fucking feelings, right? When you have shit to do, when you have a job on this planet, you ain't got time for those trivialities, like feelings, right? And I know, it's probably not the best thing for me to be telling you to shut off your feelings. As an Aquarius, I highly recommend it though. Just turn that shit right off. You are here for your duty and your responsibility, right? You're not here for that. That's just fucking fun and games, dude. It's just crack. Once you realize that love is just crack, it's easy to get off it. Okay? It's easy to let that aspect go and to not give a fuck about it. Because you're just not here for that. Honestly. Not right now, anyway. Right now, you're here to learn how to cultivate that within yourself. We do not love other people. We are loved, and we are either received or not. Right? We're either received or not. Don't love people. Be love for people. Okay? Don't invest all of yourself to the point that you drain yourself dry. When your cup runneth over, spill it into theirs. But don't ever take from your own. Ever. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's James motherfucking Franco. He doesn't get what's in your cup. He gets what spills over. But yeah. That's pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys. Catch you on the next one.